Donald Trump is the last man standing. Conservatives across America, though, have spoken. But the question remains, will the GOP unify behind the presumptive Republican presidential candidate, or will some in the establishment risk everything by supporting a third-party option? Joining me now to weigh in, Republican pollster and former advisor to anti-Trump Our Principles PAC, Ed Goes. All right, Ed, good evening.
Hey,
Last
Judge,
time you were here, you said that, you were part of the anti-Trump, one of the super PACs. You still anti-Trump?
Well, no, I'm going to support the nominee, Judge.
Are you going to support Trump?
I'm going to support the nominee, and Trump is the nominee.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that there's a possibility Trump will not be the nominee?
No, not at all. I am supporting the nominee. Trump, I believe, will be the nominee at this point. And
well, who's
Judge, you've been very you've been very gracious over the years. No one's going to beat him.
Okay.
I said I support the nominee. He is the presumptive nominee.
Okay.
Okay.
What
and we all
happens
can't
to
be as
all the
gracious
money?
as you are, Judge. I mean, when you ran against Hillary Clinton for the Senate, and Trump contributed
what, 6 weeks? Come on,
to her.
Come on.
When Trump
there
contributed
were 4
to her, you didn't hold hard feelings.
So let's you and I just settle on this. Where does the money go?
Well, I think that's going to be tough. I mean, one of the things I think we now have to look at is that we have Trump is going to be the nominee for the Republicans. I think Hillary is going to be the nominee for the Democrats. They both have historically high negatives. There's no telling where this race is going to go. It's going to be a very tough race. But in the short term, one of the things we have to be really paying attention to is the difference between Trump's being slightly higher on his unfavorables
and that's not what
Hillary.
I'm asking you. Where is the money going? In other words, there was a lot of money that was going into the anti-Trump movement, okay?
Yeah,
and
right.
Now, where is that money going?
I think you're going to see some of it go to Trump. You're going to see some of it going to try to hold the Senate and control the Senate. I think some of it may not buy in until they see if he puts his money in. I'm not part of that. I was only part of
Hasn't he already put his money in the primary?
Well, one of the things we're facing, Judge, and I say we as Republicans, is the Hillary Super PAC has already put down $100 million of TV starting in June to go against Trump. They're going to try to do to Trump what they did to Romney, and quite frankly, has higher negatives than Romney did at that point. That is what we're facing. That can't be party money. That's going to have to be money that the super PACs for Trump are going to have to raise if we're going to offset what the Democrats are doing. And they're taking a page right out of the playbook.
With all your connections, Ed, will you try to get some of that money that was anti-Trump to be for Trump?
Judge, as you know, I'm not part of the money circles. I'm a pollster. I work in the campaign. I work in the trenches.
Okay.
I will be back in the trenches working for our nominee and working for all our candidates.
All right. And at the end of the day, are you going to vote for Trump?
I'm going to support the nominee, yes.
Ed, you should run for office.
I know better.
You do that Washington two-step very well, Ed.
Well, and Judge, in all fairness, one of the things that is very important for the Trump people to understand, look, I know Paul Manafort, I know Rick Wiley, they're very smart. Manafort, in fact, is sometimes brilliant, is that we have a large chunk of the Republican voters, not the establishment, voters across the country that are fairly negative to Trump. He needs
so what
to
do
be
you want to do? What is the point of people saying that? And I got to go. But so what? They're negative to Hillary. Move on. Pick a horse.
But Trump needs to be reaching out to them, and that's the key point.
All right.
Candidates always have to reach out. He needs to be doing that to Republican voters now.
I think he's been doing that for 10 months, but that's just me. Ed Goes, good to have you on again. Thank you.